guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Sbatlem Kize and this is my channel. If you are a regular liker, a regular sharer, honey, thank you so much for coming back once again. And if you're new here today, welcome to the channel. Make sure that you click that subscribe button so you can join the regulars. Okay, my love. So as you can see by the title of this video, today I'm going to be sharing some reputable platforms and agencies that you can use to apply for international teaching jobs. Obviously, guys, you know already that I am based in China, but China is not the only country where you can work as an international teacher. So I'm so glad to be bringing you this video in partnership with Moreland University, as Moreland is one of the institutions that prepares international teachers to walk into any international school around the world. Moreland offers 9-month-long teaching license or Teach Now preparation certificate that can bridge into a license into one of their states, or you can opt to do the Masters in Education. Both are very much easy to apply for. You can apply at any time of the year and they enroll any time of the year. You do have the option to have payment plans. It's fully online, and you know, the duration is one of the things that stands out for me. Their Masters is 12 months long and their Teach Now preparation certificate is only 9 months. I myself am a Teach Now graduate. Okay, so I'm going to jump into this video. I do have information here on my screen, so I really want to stay on track. I am going to put all their links in the description box, so please do head on over there. So what I've decided to do today is to share some reputable platforms and agencies for countries like the UAE and the Middle East, Asia, USA, New Zealand, and obviously when I say Asia, I mean China and Korea. So I'm going to be going through them. I'm going to start off by sharing the platforms and what they do well and what you can actually look out for on their websites. I'm also going to compare when it comes to the higher paying roles when it comes to these different countries. And I'm going to share that. And then at the end, I'm going to give you some tips for applying and how you can start to network to make sure that you position yourself to get a high paying international job. Okay, so let's jump straight into these platforms. So the first one is called ISS EDUrecruit. Here you can find international school, a big international school network where you can apply to schools on that platform. You can also use Teaching Nomad. Teaching Nomad is quite a popular one where you can find job listings in the UAE. And lastly, of course, Indeed and LinkedIn is one that really comes up a lot where, you know, you can search specifically international school teacher or subject teacher. Another one that is quite big is TES. TES offers jobs, or rather is a platform where you can find jobs in the UAE as well as other countries. What you do need to know is that a lot of the high paying jobs, there's a lot of high competition on these websites. So check whether there's housing, accommodation, flights, visa, and all of that. So it might be competitive, it might be difficult to get, but there's definitely positions there. Some roles are very specific. They'll ask for a teaching English teacher or a specific subject teacher. So also figure out what you want and verify those job specifics when you are applying and when you are doing the interview. Okay, the next one is in the USA. This one I've never done before, so it was quite different to find this information and quite enlightening. The first one is J1Teachers.com. It helps foreign teachers find positions in the US in public and private schools under the J1 visa program. Visa application. There is also the USAemployment.org website that connects international teachers to the US. There's also NIAS or NACE. It's the National Association of Independent Schools where you can apply, and there they have job listings for private and international schools. So what you can look out for on these websites is, what you should pay in mind is that a lot of the US visa processes are very complex, and depending on the state that you want to go to, the requirements might differ. So it's important to kind of figure out which state you want to go to, what are the requirements. All of them do require a credential evaluation, because if you are someone coming from South Africa or outside the US, you do need to do a credential evaluation. You also would need a teaching license, and also pay does vary according to your expertise. You know, international schools and more upscale private schools do pay more. So that is something to remember when you are looking at jobs in the US. The next one is New Zealand. This one is also another one that was out of my comfort zone. I researched because I also wanted to get some information about New Zealand. So you can head on over to seek.co.nz. Many international school vacancies are posted here. There's Prospero Teaching that helps find roles including for overseas educators, nursing, etc., etc. Teacher Way is one that came up a lot in New Zealand. Here you can find international roles, as well as the New Zealand Teachers Council. So here it would be more specifically to check your qualification recognition. So just like the US, New Zealand does have a requirement where you need to do an equivalency report, and they kind of see what is your qualification in terms of their own qualification board. So it is advisable to go through that first, and then with that you can start to upload and apply for jobs. Okay, and then obviously China and Korea, ESL Teaching Job in Asia.com. We've got ISA.com. Oh no, sorry, we've got China Foreigner Jobs.com. We've got Teacher Horizons. We've got TESS as well. TESS does have those positions for teachers. And then of course the traditional way of referrals. That's a big one here in China. If you know someone and they are looking for a teacher in their school, definitely ask them to refer you to the school. And just if you didn't know already, public schools or hagwons in Korea do offer jobs. However, the pay has significantly dropped apparently, and this does have and these kind of jobs do have high working hours. It does also depend on your experience. Obviously, international school roles tend to require more credentials in Korea, and in China, you do need to have an IB or an IGCE or A-level or a teaching license or an international qualification that has kind of equipped you to be able to walk into any international school. So that is what you should know about these websites. When you are looking for job posts and you are someone who's ready to work abroad, it's clear that most international schools and bilingual schools do offer more salary packages and better packages for their teachers. But with that comes with you getting expertise and experience. So if you're going to study something that will give you that international footprint. So if it could be an IB, IGCE, CSE, you could also do a teaching license with Moreland, you can do an A-level, whatever the case may be to help you. So along with your B.Ed, you can do something like that. Okay, so now let's compare these countries and talk about their high-paying roles, salaries, and other things to consider. So the UAE obviously does offer a lot of international private schools from British, American, IB, and most of the time, the teachers who work in these schools as well as the leadership roles in the schools do get a lot of the salary. They do get higher salaries. Obviously, also people who work in universities. Salaries are tax-free, that is true. Housing and all of that isn't included, including flights. But most of the cities like Abu Dhabi and Dubai do have a high cost of living. So it is something to consider if you are thinking about moving to the UAE. The US does have also private international schools in affluent suburban areas and districts, online schools, and some subjects, or rather some schools that you'll find in rural districts that are in need of teachers. So here, like I said, the visa issues or the visa application process is quite complex, and you would need your school to help you, but it can be done. You do have to pay high in you do get a high salary in certain states. However, benefits can also vary. So also do your research here about international teachers working in the States and what kind of packages they can get. Next up is New Zealand. Obviously, international schools, private schools, and schools that have senior teachers and leadership roles, they do get a better pay. Salaries are reasonable. Cost of living also varies. Here, there is a recognition of foreign qualifications and registration that is required in their teaching council. So like I said earlier, you do need to check out the New Zealand qualification or Teachers Council qualification website to see what you need to get that recognition. All right, the next one is China, where I currently am, and I've said this over and over, that you do need to be a qualified teacher to work in an international or bilingual school. The packages in the schools do vary, but most of the time they do make sure that we are well set up. We've got housing, flights, we've got different bonuses. However, the workload is quite a lot, and it's quite a demanding job. So also it does depend on where you are. You're in a big city or a small city. Salary does influence which kind of city that you are living in and working in. All right, and then Korea as well has international and bilingual schools, public school programs, also private academies like hagwons. Leadership roles or specialized subject jobs do get paid more. ones require a lot of hours, and the work culture is very demanding, similar to China. So some international schools do offer that excellent pay with benefits that are very well structured, and also you're not working crazy hours in those international schools. Okay, so I hope this is helpful, guys, so far. I'm going to put all the links and the names in the description box. Now I'm just going to chat to you a bit about the tips that I want to give you for networking and getting yourself started with applying. Number one, build a good CV and portfolio. Show student results if you can, letters of recommendation, any international curriculum experience. Put that in your CV, put that in your things that you upload on these platforms. Attend job fairs for international schools. So many of these agencies like ISS, Search Associates often go to these fairs and find teachers there where you can actually virtually talk to them, or rather where you can talk to them in person, and you can, you know, mingle and share contacts and exchange contacts. And here you can really meet a variety of schools, all right? The next one is use platforms that specialize in international education. So like the Teach Now Preparation Certificate at Moreland University, Teacher Horizons, Search Associates, these platforms do offer courses that you can study on there, and you can actually find information about international courses that you can apply and help you to get that teaching position you want. The next one is one that I feel like we used to do in the past, but now, you know, and then after that, we didn't really do as much. And now it's kind of been the way that most people are getting jobs, which is to reach out to the school directly. If you are someone who has an idea what country you want to go to, you can zero in on the district, you can zero in on the type of school that you want, and start to research, choose the cities, choose the country, and reach out to them, email them and tell them, hey, I'm looking for a job, these are my qualifications, this is what I'm interested in, etc., etc. The next one is also to connect with your current international teachers in those schools on social media if you can, as well as WeChat or other means of communicating with them. You can definitely see that there's been a huge influx of teachers around the world who share their content on TikTok, Instagram, so don't be afraid to reach out to them as well. And then lastly, ensure all your documents are in order. This is from your degree, needs to be printed and notarized. Criminal record checks need to be, you need to have a police clearance notarized. Teaching license also needs to be an actual physical copy that is notarized. So you can, once you have all these things, you can start to move quickly to apply for the jobs that you want and secure that international teaching job. So yeah, my loves, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I really wanted to give you guys an impactful video with all the information that you need. You could share this, help others to get to these links and to start applying. Guys, I know that many of us are looking for opportunities to work abroad. This is a huge market that has not become saturated, where one needs to kind of continuously upskill themselves, apply, do different courses, get specialization so that you can get a good salary package. Like I said in the previous video, a TEFL is not enough anymore. We need to do more. We need to apply and get courses and get degrees and certificates that can help us get those high-paying international jobs, international teaching jobs rather. So yeah, I hope it was helpful, and share, like, give this video a big thumbs up, share in the comment section. If you have any questions, ask in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.